In today's video, I'm going to share 15 winter sewing patterns that I desperately want to make this year, and I think that you guys will love as well. If you're watching this in real time, it's already February, but I think there's still plenty of time to tackle some more winter makes before spring is upon us and we all just want to make spring dresses. I think winter can be kind of a tough time to sew and to find the right project. There's either outerwear that can get really complicated, and if you're more of a beginner or intermediate like me, those can be a little bit too daunting, but you still want to sew and make some fun things for your winter wardrobe. So this list is going to be geared towards beginner and intermediate sewers specifically. That's the level I'm at, and these are all things that I personally want to make. I will link every pattern below and then also share some design tips or styling tips. If I've made the pattern before, I'll share that as well, or link any videos that I have. If I haven't made the pattern myself, I made sure to go through a lot of reviews and try to really pick ones that I felt confident in recommending to you guys, that I saw many other sewists make, and share their photos and things like that. So I'm very excited to share this list with you. Hope you find some inspiration here. Now let's get into these winter sewing patterns. So first on my list is this puffer vest. I think this would be such a fun project that you could make in so many different ways. I've seen a lot of cute ones where people do it in their sports teams, which I think is absolutely adorable, but I also think it would be a really good project for your scraps. Like, you could do this in multiple colors and do kind of a patchwork thing and go through a lot of your scraps and maybe even use some of your scraps as stuffing, which I think would be awesome. You could obviously also just make it in one color and have it just be a wardrobe staple, or you can have a lot of fun with it and make it really unique and personalized, or just a great scrap buster. So this is very high on my list. I think it would be a really fun one to try, and I think it would be pretty simple to make. I think this would be a one-day project for sure. Next is one that I already have printed out and that I'm probably going to be making later this week. This is the Polar Puff fleece jacket. I think that this is so cute. The designer used Free People and I believe North Face as the inspiration for this, and it definitely looks that way. I think this is such a good one for the winter time. I love to ski and do a lot of outdoor winter activities, and I think this would be perfect for that, or perfect to wear cozied up in a cabin somewhere. So another one that you could get super creative with and mix and match fabrics, do multiple colors. Definitely one that I think would get a lot of use and be a really fun project to tackle. This one is more in the intermediate level. The first two are more beginner friendly. Next up is the Anora sweatshirt by VikiSews. I've used VikiSews patterns before and really enjoy using them. I think that they are great and have great instructions. Just a nice half zip sweatshirt that you could wear a ton. I haven't really made any like cozy items like this, so there's going to be quite a few of these because that's definitely what I want to make for myself next. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I love to be able to wear me-made clothes. I feel like winter is the only season where I really don't have that many items that I can wear day to day that I've made yet, and I think it's because in the wintertime you just want to be cozy, you want to be wearing cozy, warm things, and I really haven't made that genre of clothing yet. But yeah, a great winter staple, I think. Next up is the Puff and Pencil tie blouse with cone sleeves, which is basically what I am wearing right now. I made this one in a 12-hour sewing challenge. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. But I had another one of their patterns that I kind of hacked to make it look like this, and then later found out that they have a pattern that really gets you this same result. So I'm going to recommend that one to you instead of the hacking that I had to do to get this one. But I absolutely love this one. I've been wearing it since I made it. I think it's such a pretty piece to wear day to day in the winter time when you're inside. Obviously it has the open front, but you can always layer it with a tank top or something to make it a bit warmer. Super stylish, kind of trendy piece that I think isn't too trendy. I think it'll still last many years to come. So yeah, definitely recommend this one. A super fun one to make and definitely beginner friendly. Next up are the Lane Pants by Sid Graham. I haven't made any of her patterns before, but I did recently discover her YouTube channel and read a bunch of her reviews on Etsy, and I think that this would be a great one to try. I think these pants are so fun and would be great for winter time. This looks like a really cozy version of cargo pants. It still has that like drawstring waist and a really loose fit. I think that this would be great going into spring as well. As I mentioned, I feel like I've been wearing jeans constantly. I think I need another style of pants that are still cozy and like winter friendly, and I think this would definitely suit the bill. I think I'd probably make mine in like an off-white or brown or black, and you could get a ton of wear out of it that way. Or I saw some really cute examples and make them more of a statement and do it in some really fun bright colors. If you're needing some bright colors to brighten up your winter, I feel like the pocket detail could be a fun place to add like a splash of color or a contrasting fabric for sure. Next up is the Jackie Shift dress by Thrills and Stitches. This is another one that I haven't made myself, but I have used Thrills and Stitches patterns multiple times, and she is wonderful. Love her videos, love her written instructions. Her patterns are always great. I think this in a plaid or a wool blend of some kind would be awesome for the winter. Again, layer it with like long sleeves or a turtleneck and some warm tights and boots, and it would be great for mixing up your wardrobe in the winter. But I just think that the lines on this are so classic and timeless. I haven't watched her video on it, so I'm not sure, but I feel like she probably got inspiration from like Jackie Kennedy. This looks like kind of classic 60s lines to me. So love that one and think it would be so cute for winter. Another one I love is the Felicity Fleece. This is another one I haven't made. The maker is LuciaBisaltiDesign, I believe is how you say her name, but I read a bunch of reviews on this one and saw a lot of home sewers, photos, versions of it, and I was super inspired. I saw so many cute variations on this jacket. I think you can have so much fun with the fabrics that you choose and the buttons and all the little details that you can add to this. I think can make it really special and unique. I think this would be a really fun one to do slowly, like over a week or two, and just have a lot of fun with all those little design details to make it something super special and something that you can wear forever. Another one I'm dying to make is the Chamberlain sweater by Brandy Joan. I haven't made this one, but I have used Brandy Joan's patterns before. I think she's wonderful. Definitely check out her other patterns. I feel like she has a lot of really unique ones. I feel like this is such a classic main character in a winter movie kind of sweater, and I would love to make it for myself and something super soft and probably some sort of like neutral color that I know I would wear over and over again. So yeah, I hope I make some time to create this one this winter because I would love to wear it. Next up is one that I've had on my list for quite a while. It is the Frasier dress. This is one that I think would be great for layering. I have made the skirt portion of this dress multiple times. I absolutely love it. It's a great fit and it's really easy to make. I haven't tackled the upper part of this yet, but I really want to. I think specifically the version with the little flaps would be really cute for winter. I think this in a heavier fabric like a wool or a plaid or something like that would be really nice for winter layering, to put turtleneck and tights and boots and give yourself a little variation from, you know, sweaters and jeans, which is what I find myself wearing a lot in the winter. Another cozy sweatshirt. This one is the Nuwala sweatshirt by VikiSews. I really like the lines on this one. It's more casual. It has that really dropped shoulder line, and then the extra design line I think just gives you a lot of opportunity to have fun with your fabrics again. This would be another super cute one in like whatever sports team you love, or just to do a contrasting color on that arm bit. Great for working out in the winter time or just to wear day to day. But the design lines make it a little bit special to wear and also just a little bit more fun to make, I think. So another good cozy winter staple. Next is the Ruby vest by Sid Graham again. I've seen these quilted vests everywhere. I feel like it's just one of those home sewer things that you need to make, and I haven't done it yet. Another great one that you could use a bunch of scrap fabrics on. This would be a great one to try out quilting for the first time. You could do it really simply or do some more intricate quilting lines. The first thing I ever quilted, I just did the straight lines and it still looks super cute. So definitely recommend doing that for your first go. I think this would be a really fun one to do something a little bit more bold or out of your comfort zone with, you know, a fabric that you just think is pretty. Or of course you can do it in just a nice neutral color that will go with everything, and you can throw on top of whatever to just be a little cozier and warmer this winter and have another piece that you can wear day to day and say, thank you, I made it. Next up is one I've recommended a million times, but here we are again. It's a great one. This is the turtleneck pattern by Kiana Bonolo. It's wintertime, you need turtlenecks, and these are super beginner friendly, really quick to make. I just did a version of this in my 12-hour sewing challenge, and it took me less than 2 hours to make, so really super quick. The one that I made, I added some bell sleeves just for fun, but I've made it with the regular sleeves as well. I've now tried it both as a turtleneck and mock neck. They're all great. They're all super cute and flattering, and I have gotten a ton of wear out of them, and I'm sure you would too if you made it. Couldn't recommend this one more. Next up is the Betsy Utility Jacket by Lydia Naomi. I love Lydia Naomi's patterns. Her video instructions especially are just to die for. She will handhold you through the whole thing, and you just know that no matter what you're trying of hers, it will turn out beautifully. This I think is more advanced beginner to intermediate level. I am still a little bit afraid of doing this myself, but I think that it would be really fun in like a boiled wool, or especially in like a Sherpa. I think would be so cozy. Another great one that could be super cute but also functional for the winter time. Great one to learn how to do some different kinds of pockets and adding a collar. All these things that kind of scare me and probably scare you a little bit if you're a beginner as well. But again, I think that Lydia Naomi is the one to trust with that process, and that she'll walk you through it, and that we could do it. So if you want to start trying to make some sort of outerwear, I think this would be a good one to try. Next up is one that's maybe controversial as a winter sewing pattern, but I really want to make the Altia dress by Pattern Co. One of my absolute favorite bodices to make is from her Isola dress. I absolutely love that pattern. I have used it to death. This looks very similar in the bodice, but I love the drop waist that this one has. I think this would be so beautiful to have for the winter, to layer things underneath it, or even to just style with a sweater or cardigan over it. The skirt itself is super gathered, and I think that drop waist is really beautiful and looks great just kind of as a skirt also if you want to cover it up with something warm. So I think that this would be great for winter. And if you're missing sewing pretty dresses, like I think we all are for the winter time, I think this is a good one that you could still wear. Personally, I want to make it in a plaid. I think a super cozy, warm plaid version of this would be great. I know I could wear it at home kind of without anything, and then when I want to wear it outside, when I really need to be bundled, I could layer a bunch of stuff with it, and I think it would still look really beautiful and unique. So yeah, this one's definitely high on my list. And last but not least is similar. I absolutely love the Milkmaid dress by Lydia Naomi. This is something I can't wait to make again this spring, but I just really love this bodice shape, and I think it would be really beautiful if you just added some long sleeves for winter. I have 2 plaid fabrics in my stash, and this is what I would like to use my other plaid on, to just make it super warm and cozy, and add some long sleeves and probably make it full length instead of midi, as long as you don't get something too heavyweight and thick. So a light to mid-weight plaid or wool blend would be great and warm and cozy and beautiful, and make it so that you can wear a pretty dress this winter. And there we have it, 15 winter sewing patterns that I would love to make and that I hope you guys are inspired by. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to click that subscribe button. I would love to have you around here more often. YouTube tells me that I think about half of you are watching and aren't subscribed. So be a pal and subscribe. It helps me out so much. Feel free to like and comment while you're at it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and that if you're in a winter sewing slump, that it helps you get out of that and helps you get out your sewing machine and be excited to make something. I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful week, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.